The man soaked a gold-made token in 100-degree liquor, and to everyone's shock, the golden color began to peel off within just 5 seconds. The so-called Imperial Gold Pardon token turned into nothing but worthless scrap metal. The appraisal expert below the stage gasped in disbelief. The man, seeing the moment, intentionally provoked the rich heir and offered the scrap back as a gift. The heir, falling for it, arrogantly declared $8 million meant nothing to him and threw the scrap back like garbage. The man smiled and took the discarded item back to his seat because he knew this worthless object was actually the key to a mysterious wooden box about to be auctioned. The box had been verified by experts to be at least 1,000 years old, but no one had ever opened it. Its unique material prevented any modern technology from detecting what was inside. Unbeknownst to others, the man's piece of scrap was the only key that could open it. Soon, the box went up for blind auction with a starting price of $500,000, but everyone saw it as just a water-stained old crate, and no one was interested. Even the appraisal expert said, if it were made of golden phoebe wood, it might be worth a bit more, but no one cared. Only the man knew its value. He confidently bid $600,000. The rich heir heard this and sneered, mocking that the man must want to use it as a coffin. But the man confidently stood up and pulled out the so-called scrap. He explained to the crowd, it wasn't an Imperial Pardon token, but the only key to open the box. He inserted it into the box and pressed his palm down. A sudden sword cry rang out, so loud that the crowd covered their ears. Within moments, the expert rushed to the stage and gasped in recognition. It was a legendary ancient sword, conservatively valued at $10 million. The entire audience was stunned, while the rich heir looked devastated with regret. The expert offered to buy it on the spot, but the CEO, enchanted by the sword, refused his offer. Instead, she gifted the man a card with $5 million as a thank you. Then the next item went up for auction. A horse sculpture was unveiled. The expert glanced at it and said it looked like the style of a grandmaster, but was clearly a cheap replica. But the man suddenly raised his paddle and made the bid. The expert called him crazy. The rich heir smirked, but his wife whispered that the man seemed to have incredible luck, and maybe they should follow his lead. The rich heir agreed and joined the bidding war. After several rounds, the price hit $2 million. At this point, the rich heir started to worry. They might be paying millions for a fake. But then, the man raised the bid to $5 million. The entire room fell silent in shock. The rich heir stepped forward, saying the man had been fooled, but the man grinned and proposed a bet. If the sculpture wasn't valuable, he'd wear a dog leash and bark in public. He then borrowed the CEO's sword and approached the sculpture. With one precise strike, a flash of golden light burst out,